Any school, elementary to college, has the ability to save the earth. Educational facilities are often a large percentage of waste disposal in a community. Without knowing it, that holds a lot of power and responsibility. Given the chance to go through a school waste bin, you would encounter many different objects that have been destined to now fill landfills forever or be wasted when they could be used again. Straws, bottles, cups, paper, cardboard, and other items would be found. By establishing a school recycling program, you would not only be doing a major favor to the environment, but also to your students and the budget. By looking at a school's waste without recycling, the benefits of recycling programs to students and a school budget, and how to go about establishing a good recycling program, I will take you through the steps to have a green school. To begin, I would like to discuss the negative effect a school can have on students and the environment when recycling is not being implemented. Schools contribute to a great amount of solid waste production in the community. I don't want to spend too much time looking at what waste does to the environment because it's been drilled into our minds as to what America's carbon footprint looks like. Instead, I would like to look at what this is doing to our students. Every generation that moves in and out of the school systems will be affected more than the last on the state of our planet. The solid waste that leaves schools will remain on Earth for long amounts of time because they do not deteriorate, according to Kaiman and Yilmaz. This means that some of the objects being thrown out of schools may even outlast the students there, when they could be recycled instead. Pollution and rising CO2 levels are also increasingly putting students and everyone around them at risk for negative health factors. Now, let's take a look at the positive effects a properly implemented recycling program can have on students and the school budget. Environmental education is vital to creating a community and a world of citizens with environmental morals and values. Kaiman and Yilmaz remind us that the environmental education is meant to raise awareness and concern, as well as to teach students what they can do about it. According to a guide for implementing a school recycling program, educating students on the importance of recycling teaches them about the environment, their personal responsibilities, and community action. On top of the morale boost that comes from a solid recycling program, it is a possible outlet for school revenue. Depending upon location, there are many recycling industries that pay you to collect and use the waste coming from a school. Aluminum cans, ink cartridges, paper, and cardboard are just a few things that hold value that have already been used. PR Newswire tells us around 80 schools in New England have been working with the local recycling industry by creating a program to promote recycling. Through the program, the district earned nearly $10,000 in revenue in the 2011-2012 school year. Next, I want to discuss how to create a recycling program for your school. The very first step is much like a pre-test in class. You need to assess. This could be done on a small scale with an in-classroom audit that students can partake in. According to BioCycle, a high school in Austin, Texas conducted an audit and found that 82% of what was in their waste bins had potential for recycling. The next step is to build a proper team. The Virginia Recycling Association explains that faculty, students, parents, and recycling industry workers will all play a vital role in building a program for recycling. Student organizations are often an excellent place to get trends and ideas started. Next, be sure to identify and contact a hauler for all materials that will now be collected. A simple Yellow Pages search should give you many options for local recycling companies. Finally, how do you get the students and faculty to recycle everything that they can in the best way? It all begins with teaching the students what can and cannot be recycled. Futcher discussed the importance of making recycling habitual. This can be done best if students are encouraged to recycle at home. Parents' encouragement and participation will show students that recycling is not only a school commitment, but a lifetime commitment. A reward system can also be a great push to solidify efforts for recycling. Remember that revenue thing that came along with all this? That can be filtered straight back to the students with all of their efforts. Classrooms can weigh their recyclables and compete for prizes. Students could bring cans and paper from home, or they could use their earnings to donate to an organization of choice. In conclusion, while recycling's main focus is to rid the environment of major scars, it is not always about that. Starting a program takes a lot of work and a solid team, but the value that comes from a school recycling program shows in many different aspects. Students have so much to learn with this new responsibility and can take it into their own household. With the proper team, a system can be set up in no time and can have a major impact on the students, school budget, and the world.